Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. I need y'all to share this video. I need y'all to like this video. I need y'all to help me eliminate the shadow ban of this video. But on this video, I'm going to go into some details of women that are not relationship material. Women that are not relationship material. See, a lot of them, they'll try to fool us, act nice, cook you some chicken, some macaroni and cheese. You know, everybody like their macaroni and cheese. And they'll just seem like the perfect woman at first. But what 99.99% of them do is you find out down the line that they ain't quite as good as you thought they were. And that's almost all of them. The percentage of the ones that's not like this is so small you likely never to see them. They'll do everything seem wet. Y'all know this No Matrix After Dark. The vag just seemed to be queefing. You'd be like, oh, she's so tight. She moaning, she groaning, she saying you the best. But I'm sure you're not the first guy she said was the best. But who keeping score? This is what they do, y'all. Who keeping score? You the best she ever had. You the biggest she ever had. She feel like you her soulmate. All of these things in the beginning. But we gonna get into some things that you can look for and that you can vet out of them, find out, to show you that she's not relationship material. The first thing to show you that she's not relationship material is, and I'm gonna say it, sucking the dicks of men that she was not married to. You say, but I was in a serious relationship with him. Oh, really? How many guys have you done that to? You really ain't supposed, see, you ain't supposed to do that until you get married. But a lot of them do it before, you know. So when they have a lot of dudes that because that does something to their head, y'all. That does something to them. Especially if she was choking on somebody. And he was humping her face. Dude, how is she in a relationship? Now, I could see if that was her and her husband and they was getting buck wild. That's different. But she experienced this before marriage. Something to consider, man. I don't know. I think you wanna find out what she did, who she did it to. See how she reacts to being questioned. Because the next thing, how do they react to being questioned? How does she react to being questioned? In a relationship, you gonna have questions. If you don't got questions, you don't need to be in no relationship. Y'all supposed to be accountable to each other. It's different for women than men from a biblical standpoint. Yeah, a woman has the right to question her man, but she's still supposed to be submissive to him. Whereas a man, you got a right to question your woman to figure out how submissive she is to you. So how does she react to questions? Does she get angry? Does she get loud? Does she shut down? That brings us to the next thing. Women who shut down are not fit for relationship because you have to be able to reconcile and resolve problems. I don't know why all these people trying to be in a relationship and they don't even have the demeanor or the mentality to be in a relationship. That's why people be breaking up all over the place. That's why people getting divorced all over the place. A woman who shuts down instead of seeing the error of her ways, knowing how to articulate the error of his ways, and knowing how to come to a consensus or reconcile. If she shuts down, she's not marriage material. And if If she's not marriage material, then you dang on sure shouldn't be in no relationship with her. Relationships are to lead to marriage. So when you get in a relationship with a woman, she's supposed to possess the qualities of someone that you can make your wife. If she's shutting down, y'all can listen. That's what irreconcilable differences are. When a woman shuts down instead of resolving her problem. Because here's the thing. If she shuts down, she's either entitled, trying to dominate you, or both. And you don't need neither. Not no relationship. You don't need no woman that's domineering. You don't need no woman that is entitled. Those are the qualities of somebody who need to go get a cat or a dog. If you entitled, it's selfish of you to even want to be in a relationship. Because you gonna ruin somebody's life. You probably gonna cause somebody to die earlier than they would have died. So if she shuts down, man, that is not the quality of a woman that you want to be in a relationship with. Because what's going to happen? You're going to have to apologize to her when she's in the wrong. Women, that's the next thing. Y'all see how it's just coming together. She doesn't apologize when she's wrong. Not a relationship person. And I shouldn't have to tell you, another man shouldn't have to tell you, you're supposed to apologize when you're wrong. Brings us to the next thing. They're connecting like dots. She can't see when she is wrong. When they clearly wrong and can't see it. Or won't see it. That's because she's entitled. Perhaps she's going to shut down. And when she's entitled and shuts down, she thinks she's better than you. She thinks that you don't deserve her, which is the next thing. A woman who thinks that you're not good enough for her, that you don't deserve her. How do you know this? She criticizes who you are. If you're short, she talks about how she really like tall guys, but you know. If she does this in front of you, she's doing you a favor, man. Don't get mad. Get glad. If she fronts you off in front of her friends, next thing. Don't get mad, get glad. She trying to turn you into somebody else. You like playing video games. She criticizing you for playing video games. Okay, why are you in a relationship with him then? This is what he does. See, I'm going to show you something. From a biblical standpoint, they're supposed to adapt to you. From a satanic standpoint, you adapt to them. So any man that's adapting to that woman, instead of her adapting to you and keeping a positive outlook towards you while she adapts, if you adapting to her, your whole relationship is satanic. And if your relationship is satanic, then something is going to happen. Either you'll end up in jail, you're going to end up dying before you had to die. Something negative is going to happen. They supposed to adapt to you. If you like playing video games, she don't, then she shouldn't get with you. See, these women be trying to settle for money, for financial security, and for other nonchalant, negative, ignorant purposes. You can't let them do you like that, man. That's why you got to vet. You know you like playing video game. Don't even tell her you play video game. Just ask her before you tell her that you do. Don't tell her what you do. What you do, you ask her to figure out how she feels about it. Like, so, you like video games. You like playing video games. Nah, I just think they're a waste of time. Bam! That's your way out. You like playing Call of Duty. You like playing God of War and these other games, 2K. She don't become the next dude where they erase your data. You don't gravitate to them. They gravitate to you. Remember, what did the Most High say to Adam? Be fruitful, multiply, have dominion. The fruitful, multiply, that's over with. That's over with. But you're supposed to have dominion. The next thing, she don't let you dominate. She believe in 50-50. She believe that you're supposed to listen to her and follow her lead. Not relationship material. She's not. She did no. She's not. No. Remember what Kevin Samuels used to say. Fit, friendly, cooperative, submissive. Those are all the qualities of a relationship woman. And guess what? If she try to fake you out, when you don't see them, you stop seeing them, that's when you break up with her. And that's why you don't run down no altar, man. Don't marry nobody in less than 3 to 5 years. Keep dealing with her, figuring out, letting her show you her true colors. You meet somebody, I wouldn't marry them. I would make them a concubine for at minimum 3 years. And cheating? No, that's the next thing. She ever cheated on somebody and you vet her into telling you the truth? What make you think she won't do that to you, man? What makes you think she won't do you the same way? Why would you get in a relationship only to break up? If you're going to break up, you might as well not get in no relationship. You supposed to get in a relationship with people that you don't believe you're going to break up with. And that's why I'm helping you with this video, man. I'm helping you with this video. All of these things I'm telling you, man, if you listen to me, man, you're going to be okay, man. You're going to be okay. The nut come out when you jag. The nut come out when you have sex. You don't have to rush nothing, man. You don't have to be in a relationship. Anybody that's rushing you into a relationship is doing you an injustice. The average marriage only lasts 8 years. That's 8 years of productivity lost or less if you spend all your time focusing on them. Remember what I always tell y'all, recreational use until proven to be more. They ignore you. Now check this out. Here's another one. If they ignore you and out of the blue they start calling you before you do anything, man, you got to figure out why they did you like that. Because a woman who ignores you is not relationship material. I don't care if she do got a boyfriend. She should be like, I got a boyfriend. Instead of not telling you nothing. And then when her boyfriend, when she catch him with another woman, now she want to call you. Nah, don't let people do you like that. You got to have more dignity, man. You got to have more self-control and self-respect than that. Than to let people wait to see how something go with somebody else and then come running back to you. Or she cheated. She thought he was going to replace you. She done messed with him behind your back. Been talking slick to you for months. And now he don't want her no more. So now she trying to act nice. If they acting nice to you all of a sudden, don't buy into that. Dig in and figure out what's going on. Dig in and figure out what's going on. The next thing to show you she's not relationship material is she doesn't want to invest into you. Like she's stingy and territorial. Like you shouldn't have to tell her to treat you to this, treat you to that. If she don't just treat you on her own, it's because she not for you, man. I'm telling you, man, ain't nobody, look, man, I'm showing y'all how it be down the line. They start out treating you, but don't buy into that, man. Give them time. Time is the rope that women hang themselves with. And no, I didn't get this from nobody. Time is the rope that women hang themselves with. You got to give them that rope to either use in a constructive way or to use in a way that shows you that she's not worth your time. Because time is the rope that they hang themselves with. If you move too fast, you're going to find out the hard way. What they say, you're going to F around and find out. You are. So when your relationships start going bad, let's say you guys just in one, man, pull the plug. There's too many women out here. Start going bad. You fighting with her, she's not there to fight you. You arguing with her, that's not her job. You got to get rid of it before you had kids with them. Before you be a dummy and get a marriage license. You got to end it before all of that, because it's going to cost you. Like me, I saw glimpses of things years ago. And I let all these years pass. And now I don't know how this is going to go. The things I tell y'all, I speak from my experiences and other people's experiences. Stuff that I know about. You don't have to be in no relationship, man. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. I had some fun times here and there. I can admit that. I'm the truth, man. But as a whole, I had more fun as a single man. And I had more power as a single man. I could break up with them and I don't owe them anything. I don't even have to tell them why I did it. I could just do it. When you get married, you can't do that. You just got to put up with whatever, and then they punish you for breaking up. That's why if you say, I ain't listening to you, I'm getting married. Okay, let me show you some factors. 1, you want her to make more than you. And if your relationship crumbles, divorce her before you start making more than her. Divorce her before you start making more than her. And divorce her before y'all start having kids. And I'm telling you, it's so much easier. And here's another thing for you guys that's already married, you having problems, you ain't divorced yet. You getting up in age. Shoot on the sheet. Do not get her pregnant. If you got to use a condom on your own wife, if you having problems out of her, don't make no more babies. That's going to give her more leeway. That's going to give her more leverage. Then you gonna have these young kids, you're going to be like, I don't want to leave my kid. And she'll be just completely done with you. And you'll be trying to stay with her because y'all got young kids. So just don't do it. Don't do it. That's all. Just don't do it. If you gonna go in raw, then turn your sheets into coleslaw. But I got a few more, then I'm gonna wrap this up. If she yells at you, and if she yelled at you over anything, and you're not even in a relationship with her, she's not relationship material. That's another. Next, if she ever loved a jailbird or a pookie, if she ever was in love with a jailbird or a pookie, you got to vet them, man. You got to find out who she was with before you. I'm going to move fast. I'm finna keep going. Next, if she has babies with a jailbird or a pookie, them dudes gonna surface again, man. Ain't none of these women worth fighting or getting in shootouts over. There's too many of them. So if she got babies with a jailbird or a pookie, or if she was ever in love with a jailbird or a pookie, or next, if she was ever married to a jailbird or a pookie, she's not relationship material. She's either going to try to run over you She's going to disrespect you. She's going to have him in your house when you ain't around. Just to solve that, just don't even get with him. Be like, what's your ex's name, man? I want to look him up. I want to look him up on, in Milwaukee, we got CCAP. Be like, I want to look him up on public record. Because for one, what if he's a SE X-ray offender? And she trying to have him around your kids while you at work. That's a no-ski. No-ski. When you dealing with these women, man, you can't be sympathetic or merciful. You gotta look at relationships as business. Okay, they fun and games until you decide that they good enough for it to become business. Then it's business and fun and games. The only time you're supposed to mix business and pleasure is in a relationship. Relationships are business and pleasure. Yeah, that's why you don't just give that relationship title to anybody, man. You got to make them earn that concubine status. Be like, okay, you know what a concubine is? No, I don't know what it is. What's that? All right, you explain it to them. You done dealt with them for a while. You know, you'd be like, okay, so we're going to have a trial basis. So I think I like you enough to make you a concubine. And if that work out, who knows? We go to the next step. But you don't move them in. Concubines don't need to live with you, man. But concubine, you make sure they understand that y'all looking out for each other. Y'all looking out for each other. If you come up short, she got you. If she come up short, you got her. But she shouldn't always be coming up short, and you shouldn't either. But you should never be with no woman that you can't depend on when you come up short. I'm telling you, that could become a problem that you don't need. Listen to me, man. I'm your brother. I'm your best friend right now. I'm your loving granddaddy right now. I'm your uncle. I'm your therapist. You don't need them problems, man. See, these pastors that don't understand relationship 2024, God trying to say God to do this, God, no, he won't. Hey, listen, man, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. I am a prophet. But half the time, I don't even feel like one. Because the Most High don't always, I'm going to tell you, he don't always come through for you like that. And anybody that think the Most High always come through, that's a person that don't know him. You gonna have your spats with the Most High God. You ain't gonna understand everything about him. Why people who don't believe in him, don't respect him, have things that you've been asking them for years. So how you gonna believe it if some preacher come up to you talking about you just gotta leave that in God's hand? Sometimes the Most High God has his hands full. This relationship stuff, you gotta rely on sheer domination. Talking about some leaving in God's hand. You be like, they say that to you, be like, okay, thank you, preacher. Leave it alone. Don't go to them for no more advice. Cause they get catty. These women get very catty. It get very hectic in these relationships, y'all. They be in church lying, trying to smile, talking about they blessed, but they wife ain't had sex with them in 9 months. How you blessed? You married, but gotta rely on porn to get your nut off. Or you ain't getting no nut. Or you just gotta sit there and tug on yourself until it come out. And the craziest thing is when church people have to think about the person they with to get their nut off. They say, well, I ain't gonna watch porn. I'm just gonna think about her. How you gotta think about her? She should be giving it up. How is you with somebody that ain't having sex with you? I'm gonna tell y'all this in closing. And let me know if I get 3 or 4 of y'all saying we need part 2. I'll give y'all part 2 with notes. I'll go all the way under the surface. But y'all got to start supporting, man. I'm not going to give y'all everything and y'all supporting these other dudes, but not me. Hit that Cash App, man. You got some money, man. You can't hit the Cash App 5, 10, 20, 100. $100 ain't nothing to some of y'all. But y'all stingy. Y'all just want me to keep doing it for free. If y'all ain't noticed, I've been making less videos. I'm thinking about just putting everything in book form. Yeah, I mean, they already shadow banning me. They can't shadow ban my book. But these church people listen, man. 2 becoming one flesh, that's the sign of the covenant. That's supposed to be a continual sign of the covenant. Like you know, be fruitful and multiply. You had kids with your wives. But the next thing, 2 becoming one flesh, that's a sign of the covenant, that she's there for your pleasure, that she's there to help you. And y'all, the 2 become one flesh as a sign between the union of that particular couple. When she stopped doing that, that's because she ain't with you no more. That ain't your wife. Especially if she goes a long time ago. I don't care about no paper. Somebody's like, yeah, but there's legally don't mean nothing. A woman that's not having sex with you is not your wife. If she's not sick and unable to perform, if she's not on her period, she's supposed to be dropping that thing. She's supposed to be opening that flower, that flesh diamond to you. And she should want to. Shouldn't be a thing where she only doing it just because. That ain't how covenant work. The covenant work, okay, we together, bam, let's go. If y'all women don't want to do it, why be with them? Go get you a job. Don't try to get them for no money. Go get you a job and go get with somebody else. They ain't fair enough to do that though. They letting the system work in their favor. That's why we tell y'all that marriage stuff, don't get no marriage license. Don't get no marriage license, man. 2 supposed to become one flesh. When she stopped doing that, don't let her talk about no cheating. You not cheating. Men don't cheat. Men don't cheat. If you married and she not having sex with you and you bring a concubine in, that's not cheating. Or you bring a second wife in, that's not cheating. Because really, once she stopped doing that, she ain't your wife anyway. And then what's crazy is some of these women had a nerve to say stuff like, you using me for sex. I don't like people who use people. But then these same ones, they'll tell their husband, you using me for sex. I don't like people who use people. But they'll be there with him while they secretly like other guys, while they secretly mess with other guys, while they secretly flirt, text, sext, S-E-X-T, other guys. All while they relying upon you going to work every day. All while they relying on you coming home every day and protecting the house. To be honest with you, a lot of these women just unreasonable. And that's why I made this series. Now, y'all want me to continue? I need at least 5 of y'all in the comments to say we need part 2. And I need a couple of y'all to hit that Cash App. Hit the Cash App. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. More videos to come. Stay tuned.